Hi guys, my name's Elisa and welcome to episode 16 on this playthrough of the island. I started off cryoing up all my breeder Rexes. It's been a really long journey to get here and it was almost bittersweet doing this, but it was time for them to have a bit of a nap. And I continued on the boss Rex breeding line until I had a bit of an army. We worked on imprints and growing them out to get the best that we can. Also, this little yellow Rex, kind of low-key my favourite. Then it was time to level these guys up. And I figured I was so close, why not swim in the team across to Carnivore Island? Things spawned so nicely there, I figured nothing could go wrong. There was a couple of Megalodons that decided to try and have a bit of a chew, but the Rexes dealt with them fairly quickly, so at least that was a positive sign. Wandered around Kana Island killing everything in sight, and with the awesome spawn rate, there was quite a lot. I actually checked before we killed this Tek Rex that it wasn't one that I wanted to tame, and it was a male and a super low level, so I wasn't so concerned. I also ended up having to turn off damage numbers because with this many Rexes, my computer was suffering. It was really struggling with all the numbers all over my screen. Spent quite a long time on Kano Island leveling these Rexes, and once I was satisfied, we did actually end up going back over to the mainland, but somehow I managed to kind of lose a couple of Rexes along the way, so I did end up having to come back after cryoing up the big group, just to search for the ones that were left behind. We got back to the beaches of the main island. I cryoed everyone up, picked up all the stuff that they'd collected, and swam this Rex that I'm on. Swam it all the way back to Kano Island after realising that I had lost some. This one ran up to me immediately, so it obviously wasn't that far away from shore. So I got that cryoed up and went on a search for the other one that I was fairly certain we were missing. Along the way, I spotted this female Tek Rex, and all the Tek Rexes I've seen have been male up until this point. So I am definitely coming back and taming that thing. But unfortunately, I didn't find my other missing Rex. So I figured I would go home, get this Rex home and cryoed up and sorted for the boss fights, and take Pinky back over to have a look and tame up the Tek Rex. I did actually manage to spot how missing is under this ledge, which I didn't spot it with the other ledge, but I did this one. That's amazing. So we got this one fired up, and I went over and kind of made the Tek Rex eat a few track arrows. I was fairly certain I couldn't get up here, but there was a moment just about here. I thought I'd made a grave mistake and that it was going to be able to come up, but thankfully it was just a little bit too steep. And it just stood there quite nicely, so I could put a few arrows in it. While it was down and taming, I thought I'd go beauty hunting because I still don't have beauty. I found this level 100, which is the best level I've seen in a while. So it was time to try and tame this thing up. I had some gates with me, some standard dino gates. It was in this escapade that I learned that beauties can go through standard dino gates. I didn't know that before. We got in position and got ready to make this thing eat some trank arrows too. I actually had kibble for the Yudi, however, because I stopped over at home to grab some while the Tek Rex was taming. So at least this thing should tame fairly quickly once I've got it knocked down. I grabbed the gates off Tanky and I really wanted to make a track because I didn't want the Yudi running away. It went about as well as you'd anticipate. After struggling so much to try and get this thing where I wanted it, I figured I was just going to have to make myself a lure. To kind of go fishing, so to say. It was not planned for other than that. And as much as I can't see the damage numbers, it didn't hurt. It had me flying. The tree was pretty much the only thing that hurt me at that point. I was kind of wondering what I got myself into, thought that this might be another death on the list. Thankfully, I was eventually able to grapple where I wanted to, but it was right about here that I learned that beauties can go through those gates, and he wasn't interested in me if he couldn't hit me. it got to the point where I figured I was just going to have to tank the hits until Beauty was running. I figured I may as well try and dangle the bait a little bit with a grapple. I wasn't sure how it was going to work. I really thought that this game may just end up going down the tubes. But with Beauty finally on the run, I was able to give it some chase. It did decide to get a couple of extra hits in. Not entirely sure why. It would run and then it would hit, and it would run and then it would hit, but I did get it on the run, actually, properly, eventually. I had to get the kibble off Pinky, but that was okay, because the Beauty was down and taming up. Once the Beauty was tamed, I got a cryo and went over and also picked up the Tek Rex, because that was tamed now too. Got the Tek Rex out to be with the two other Tek Rexes, and I did actually end up having to re-cryo it because my computer could not cope for some reason with her out. I then realised that I'd made a little bit of a faux pas. I had completely and utterly forgotten about the artifact of the Hunter. I don't know how I did it, and it was only while I was getting ready to go fight Brood that I realised I didn't have it. I hadn't done the cave, I'd completely forgotten about it. So, on the berry we went off to get said artifact. It took a little while to run all the way here, but eventually we got to the cave and started making our way through. Went through, the Marion and I cleared out absolutely everything in this cave. I didn't really know where the artifact was, but I figured it couldn't be that hard to find. I also wanted to make sure that I checked for any drops, because any decent blueprints would be helpful at this point, really. did eventually find my way to the artifact, but the berry couldn't fit. So from here it was going to have to be on foot. With that last artifact in place, time to fight the brood. Got my little Rex army out and got them all kind of rather badly positioned, really. I got stuck in the middle of them a few times. I got the very last Rex positioned up, and it was kind of right here that I decided I was going to do beta. We got them all positioned, turned the dad on healing, and summoned beta brood. Appeared, ready to fight the big spider, but my whistle didn't want to work. So it wasn't until she was a lot closer that I was able to whistle Rexes onto her. But Rexes were doing their job, standing well to their ground. Started to feel like this is maybe a little easy. I was kind of wondering if something was going on that I hadn't realised. The brood was done for the very first time in any of my playthroughs of Ark. Hundreds of hours, my very first boss battle complete. And it was time for the monkey. And we had to see how the Rexes would withstand his tactics. I kind of made a fatal error here for many of the Rexes. I should have left them there and I should have lured the monkey over like so many people recommend. But I didn't. I kind of lost my head. And I don't have the price. But the Rexes got stuck in, and the monkey was no challenge either. After the monkey was done, got straight into the dragon fight, also on beta. This was the fight that I was really nervous about. My health lines were strong, but that was not a good thing for the dragon from what I've heard. I might have dictated my Rexes too far. anyone knows who plays art, Rex generally do okay with liquid on. But these guys were doing alright. And eventually, Rex, the dragon, came. I got this counted, I think, by the but thankfully, so they were coming out and we all got nothing. Down. There's only one more thing left to do. Way to Tek Cave. Here we come. I made another mistake here where I had every single Rex following the Rex in front of it. Anyone who's done this, I can imagine, knows the mistake I made as soon as I say that. If one goes off into the lava, they all go off into the lava. And I'm sure you guys know how this is about to go. But, not knowing my fate, I opened up Tek Cave with all its tributes. I got in there and kind of immediately got nerve stuck. The Rexes were following too close. The roof in that particular one spot was too low and I couldn't move nerves. And nerves was a very good descriptor of what happened, how I was feeling when this went down. But we had moves in. We had some of the Rexes in place. It was saying only 9. I wasn't sure what was going on, but I thought I would go and check. What I saw explained a lot, and should have hinted me to my fate. Because of the losses of the Rexes in the Dragon Arena and the Monkey Arena, I actually brought some of the breeders along with me. I thought it was kind of going to be the only way I would win this fight. But the breeders were very high level compared to the bosses, and they didn't really do well when they hit the lava. That one was pretty bloody. I feel like this is a great example of why you don't have all the Rexes following in a line. With the health of the Rexes already in decline, I was nervous, to say the least. This was not going my way so far. Even with it not going my way, there was nothing I could do. But move on forward. I guess I could have taken all the Rexes out again and tried for a new tactic, but I didn't think of that at the time. I wanted to forge on ahead. I wanted this playthrough done. I wanted to be able to say, I beat Tek Cave. Like that, the first Rex was claimed by the lava. I should have gone slow and steady here. I thought it was slow enough and steady enough that they'd be fine. We also kind of forgot how terrible the pathfinding is in Ark and just kind of figured it would work itself out. I should have known better, but I didn't. Another Rex, I didn't even see that one die, got claimed by the lava as well. With nerves in the lead, we started taking on everything that Tek Cave could throw at us. And all I could do was watch as my Rexes, one by one, decided that the lava was where they wanted to be, not the path. My haste and inexperience can cost me dearly. I had 2 Rexes left with me. At least there was 2. I still had some hope. I just had to make sure that these Rexes got to the end. I could see my Rexes swimming in the lava and I really wanted to get them out. So I tried thinking of a way, but there was just nothing I could do. And in my haste to get down around that corner, my last two Rexes went in. Now I really had to make a choice. What was I going to do? I had no Rexes. Couches can't go into the boss fight. There was no way that just me with a shotgun was going to kill the Overseer. What were my choices? Lose everything? All the hours? That couldn't be it. That couldn't be the choice that I was about to make, could it? Was I really just gonna have to resign myself to death, to the loss of everything? I forged forward, knowing that there wasn't much use, but at least then I could say I got Tek Cave even if I didn't keep the Overseer. At least I'd know what's to come next time I gave this a go. Nothing that Tek Cave could throw at us was going to stop me tonight from getting the end. Not even the Giga. I wasn't going to let it happen. Yeah, it's fine. This catcher, however, did hurt, and nerves did take a bit of damage. I didn't notice how bloody it was, and with the notification of another Rex taken by the lava, I had a decision to make. Was I going to try and take the Overseer on with just a shotgun? No tech gear, not even a tech rifle. Just a fabricated shotgun. Is that what I was going to try and do? I wasn't sure. I made it this far. But now what? I couldn't bring myself to push that button. I couldn't do it. As much as I wanted to make sure that I saw this through, I also didn't want to lose everything. I didn't want to lose nerves. He'd been faithful by my side from the moment he was tamed. my options. I then realised the Karcher and followed us in, managed to get out the lava, and we were just lucky that it hadn't come up the ramp. Although it wasn't looking great, it was still a threat. Thankfully stuck in the ice waters of the Tek Cave. I wondered if I could go back up the top and if there was a way to open the door, but I was fairly certain there wasn't. I couldn't leave nerves here. Couldn't do it. So I decided to make the decision. Another day. Took nerves up, but couldn't leave him behind. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe if you're not. I really appreciate everyone who does. We'll see you in the next one with what on earth it is that we're going to do to fix this problem.